let's talk about your own development. You can either rewind. You've obviously been successful in project management. You're in a director and in a PMO role right now. How did you develop your career?
There's been a number of different things. I think you need to have an innate need and desire to learn, first of all. And so, lifelong learner. And to be able to exercise that regularly, right? So that idea of kind of the retrospective at the end of every sprint. Well, maybe not at the end of every sprint, but at the end of every project, at the every, some duration of time. Every once in a while, you need to sort of do a retrospective for yourself. How did I do at this? What did I not know that I needed to know? Maybe I've seen somebody else do it better. So it's like, okay, what were they doing? Can I go talk to them and find out how did they know how to do that? And just continuously trying to grab learning opportunities. Doing, if you have a question for yourself, go out and do research. Find the original source material for how somebody else solved this problem, or go read a book, whatever it is. I've also been very lucky in having some really good mentors, and I think that's been the way that I've been able to kind of look forward and to say, what is the next step for me, and how do I get to that next step rather than how do I just be successful at what I'm doing right now, and sort of learning from them, not just what they're telling me, but actually watching how they're doing what they're doing and watching what they're telling, watching how they're trying to tell me things as ways of learning new skills.
Yeah, I think that's really powerful. Just back to our original points on coaching and mentoring. It's not always just getting the formal coaching and opportunities, but having good mentors that can really help kind of guide you along the way is really valuable as well. So.
And yeah, all of that, and I think making sure that either yourself or through your management team that you make sure that you have the challenging assignments that are going to continue to stretch
That's
you.
huge.
Right?
Yeah.
If you get stuck doing the same kind of project over and over again, even if you're doing the other stuff, it may not translate into new skills because you won't have the opportunity to exercise.
Absolutely, and that's a great skill as a manager to be able to know that. You have somebody that's in a role that they're not learning or growing, and what can you do? I'm sure you probably run into this from time to time as a PMO manager. How do you get somebody into a role to really stretch and grow their career, especially if that's the direction that they want to go?
There's sort of limits to how much you can do,
Right.
But I think start with the conversation, the awareness, making sure that you understand what that person's looking for. Do they want that? That growth opportunity, and then surveying your portfolio of possible projects, looking for things that kind of match what they're looking to gain, and inventing stuff if you have to, right? So in our case, we're a relatively young PMO, and so we don't have a full book of methodology that we use. We've got some bits and pieces. We collect stuff as we go. And so if somebody on my team is looking for a little bit of a stretch, a thing, I say, well, invent this for us. We don't currently have a written change management approach. So propose one and figure out what that needs to look like and make it appropriate to our current setting and be sure that you know why you're going to suggest those steps that we do, and come back to the team and talk us through it and help us learn how to do that together.
And even something like that could be really valuable. Hey, we don't have a formal change management. How do we assess change in the organization? How do we assess changes to the portfolio when they come in? And what sort of process do we use to inform stakeholders and make decisions? Like, there's a lot of growth opportunity even in something as simple as just formalizing how we make decisions within the organization as well. So that's a great example.
And another example would be just kind of exposing them to the things that I do. Right. Be completely transparent about it. It's not like it's my little private domain that I get to keep and work on my own. It's like, here's all the stuff I do. If you guys like some of this stuff, then maybe you want to try your hand at it.